Well, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And no matter who you are valid. So thumbs up on that. It is still gray, wet. There's clouds, it's overcast. It's supposed to rain later today if it hasn't been raining yet. And because of various things, weather-wise and in my head, I'm cocooning so much. Yesterday, I didn't really leave this room here until I went walkies. And I went walkies around 9 o'clock, and I didn't go far. I don't know why I've been cocooning so much. It ain't exactly healthy. So, yay. Also, yesterday was supposed to be the day I was supposed to have met with my case manager, but I didn't. Yay. So today I've tried twice to go and talk to my case manager, but the kind of person I am, first time, the door was shut. They were having some kind of meeting. So yeah, I was just blocked there. But just before recording this, I came back from going and trying to talk to them. It is a two-person office where the case managers are. One of the case managers was talking with one of the residents. To give privacy, and because I don't feel comfortable just walking into a room like that, even though my case manager has her desk in the same office. So, with the door open, especially, I'd have to get to there, but I couldn't just walk in and do that. So I'm going to have to go back in a bit and try and get my meeting for the week done. So, yay. Oh, social anxieties are fun. I've been thinking of putting stuff up on my door that says, like I'm not weird, I just have social anxieties. So that, but then all people would see is like weird social anxieties on the door. So I don't know. But I have still been talking with some of the other people here. I've gotten to know the names of just the one name. He only has one name. Trying to learn the names of my fellow residents here. I've learned the name of this one guy, and I talk to him a lot, and that's a good thing. I mean, my people meter fills up fast, and with my neurospiciness, I can only people for so much, and that my meter maxes out quick. So I can talk to people for only a short time before I have to retreat. And I feel bad. I want to let people know that it's not them, it's me. So, yay. Still though, thumbs up. I did not do much yesterday. That is another big thing that is bothering me about what's happening here. I've tweeted about this, how I want a change and I need a change. The place I lived before, I was in a holding pattern for a good 7 years. I wasn't going forward. I was just staying in place, and that's not good. Problem is, even though I've wanted to change, I've moved here and the time of year that makes it difficult to make a change like that. I like to go out just like once a day, and I would go out and walk once a day. Well, now we're in the time of year where it's bad weather, and traditionally when you're in a bad weather time, you stay in. So I can't go out and do a bunch of stuff because it's not go outside and do stuff weather. And even though it's not icy, it is slick because everything is wet. I've talked about this before. It is foggy and it rains a lot. Everything is damp. I almost fell down again. But this time it was because I was walking to Walmart at night. And on the sidewalk, I stepped onto a patch of slick mud, and my foot went woo about 6 inches forward, and I was already in the air on that one foot, so I just went swoosh, and my balance was gone, and I came down with my other foot. Awkwardly, it slid third step, caught myself, and then was going on. But I came that close to going down. Everything is wet, and wet stuff is dangerous. Plant stuff, even living plant stuff, is slick. And decaying plant stuff is very slick. And everything is just wet. So it's even just dangerous to go out walking, even on the sides of roads where there are sidewalks. Not a good time of year to try and change the kinds of habits I want to change, which sucks. So I'm not getting out as much as I want. I can't go as far as I want to go yet. But not all is negative. I know that I want to make changes. I got the changes that I want in my head. I know that I have cyclical depression and I'm in a trough. I know I have seasonal affective disorder, so I'm in a bad time with that too, just because of the gray all the time. So I know that I'm wearing the glasses that make the whole world look different. And when I take these glasses off, wow, the whole world is like brighter. And it's, son of a gun, I guess these glasses do change the world. Yeah, the depression glasses, you take them off, the world is different. It's not just depression either. It's like you're wearing the conspiracy theory glasses, you take those off, the world is different. Half of the equation, or sometimes even most of the equation that makes the world look like the way it does, is from the very glasses that you're looking through themselves. So if that makes sense, I'm looking through the glasses of depression. And so because of that, the world looks the way it does because of the glasses. Does that make sense? I hope so. Anyway, though, I also want to try talking about this only for a little bit. I know that no one is under any obligation to watch my videos, and for those people that do watch my videos, thank you so very much. And I hope nobody that does watch my videos just turns these things off, because I'm trying to bring this up into an actual discussion now instead of just a throw-off thing. And I would have just actually dropped it had it not been for a comment. And it was not a bad comment, but it was about my talking about my vor kink / fetish. And again, not a bad comment. You could disagree with me violently, as long as you're not abusive. And while I didn't like some of the word choices, there was no abuse. Whew, out of breath. There was no abuse. And so, comment stays. And I made my comment in that I feel it is good that people can air their opinions. And our opinions are just that. Our opinions are opinions, not truths. And they're not all going to align. And that's fine. And I'm glad that the comments section gives people a section to air their opinions as well. And this is true. Now, again, I disagree with some of the comments, some of the parts of the comment. I talk about these things because in the years that I've been having therapy, I have learned that I have to be more open. In the years since I have been in recovery from my alcoholism, I was shown that the masks we wear are what makes things so dangerous. The mask you show the public is not what you do in private. And if you make that distinction big, your private behavior and your public face are so different, you're not yourself. And you can be a horrible alcoholic, as I was, and present as not. I try to not use masks. Everybody has them. I wear a YouTuber mask. I don't act exactly in real life as the way I do when I'm making videos. Close, but I'm still wearing a YouTuber mask. That's an okay sort of thing. But being open, being honest is something that is important to me, because I learned that if you lie to other people, You will lie to yourself. And if you lie to yourself, you will engage in whatever horrible thing you're trying to stay away from, and then you'll be gone. In my case, if I lie to others, I will lie to myself. And if I lie to myself, I will drink again. And if I drink, I will die. My body cannot handle it. It is a miracle I am alive now. So, try to remember where I was going with all of this. Being honest, being open. So yes, for a couple of years now, I have actually been open about my vor fetish. When I was playing Doom Eternal for the channel, I was talking about it because I wanted to be swallowed by some of the things that were there. I have talked about it on and off. Now, the person who left the comment, no ill wishes, no hatred, no bad stuff at all. You have your opinions, and that's good, and you are non-abusive. You are entitled to your opinions. Your opinions are valid. Whether or not I agree with them does not change the validity of your opinion. It is an opinion. So that's your opinion, and that's a good thing. Now, I disagree with some of that, but part of the comment was that they found it reprehensible and detestable that part of my kink/fetish is that, well, people are being eaten, they're dying. It is, detestable in that fashion. But, this is also something that I have struggled with myself for a very, very long time. Very, very few other kinks and fetishes actually involve death. But you would be amazed at how many do. And of the ones that do, mine is very tame. But first, what we believe, what we feel, and what we desire is not something that we choose. It is what we discover, the things we discover. We do not choose to like chocolate milk. If you like it, you discover you like chocolate milk. And when it comes to belief, you do not choose to believe in something. I have watched a lot of channels from people who used to be, Muslim or Christian or any other, religion you can think of, where they fought hard to stay in their belief. They wanted to believe, but something happened where they couldn't. After decades of believing, suddenly they couldn't anymore. Not a choice. You discover what you desire. You discover what you believe in. You discover what sends hormones flooding through your body. You don't choose to like it. You discover it. I didn't choose to like vor. I found that was something I was into. When I was a kid, I used to read about, from science fiction stories or little tiny cartoons where someone would get swallowed or someone would get eaten. And I felt weird and I didn't understand it. And through the years of my alcoholism, I would come across things. I remember a picture when I was in the Air Force where at one point there was this one actress, I can't remember her name exactly, like Natasha Kinski, something like that, where she's like my age now, but she was a symbol way back then. And one of the pictures that she had done was herself lying with no clothing but a snake on top of her. And it was covering everything strategically. There was this one magazine that parodied that by calling it Eating Nasty. And it was just her in that position, except she had been swallowed by a snake, all except for her face. Just one more good swallow and she would be gone. I really liked that picture. Didn't understand why. Decades later, I do. Now, again, I have fought with this because for me, when someone gets swallowed, they have to be digested. And not only that, it's not just anything. It can be an alien or a monster or a person, but they have to be of human level intelligence. Otherwise, it's nothing. But you make them intelligent and able to understand that they're going to be digested alive and they're going to die. And oh, suddenly there's hormones flooding my system. I don't choose that. It is something I discovered that happens. So, yeah. Now, let's see if I can remember what I was talking about earlier with, I can't even remember, because I've talked about before how ADHD, you have one track. There's no pause track. You have one track where you have to try and remember what happened behind you, because there's nothing on pause. And because it's just one track. And if you forget, it's gone. Except the person was saying detestable, and yes, again, I have fought with this, but there are also people that there are types of vor where it's not fatal. There are some types of people that really get into the thought, and this is, all vor is something that can't be practiced. Unlike most kinks and fetishes, you cannot practice vor. It's not something that happens, safely. I mean, if you're into soft vor, no, that does not occur. You can't do it. You can only fantasize about it. You can't actually do anything. Now, if I can remember again, I almost had it and then I lost it. Yes, reprehensible. There is a type of vor where it's like plushie vor, where you get swallowed by a plushie, but because it's a plushie, you just sleep for the night inside of the plushie, and then in the morning you get out of the plushie. Imagine yourself how that happens, and then you go on with your life. As well as there are those people that write stories and draw pictures about the type of thing where, like, you would have, say, a companion snake if you're out camping, where when it's time for you to go to bed for the night, the snake eats you, just swallows you whole, and then you're in its stomach for the night. And then the next morning, you rouse you back up, or you come out the other side, and you start the day, because it's just a companion snake. You're sleeping for the night. So there's all sorts of things that are done about this sort of thing. And with mine, yeah, I fought with it, because people die. On the other hand, 90% of all the vor that I prefer is consensual. People who decide that either it's okay that this is happening, or they seek it out for it to happen. Only a small percentage of the kind of vor that I prefer is from somebody who does not want it to happen, but it's happening anyway. You may have a picture where it's like, they're fighting and they don't think something bad's gonna happen, but the next panel, they're down in the stomach. So I hope you've been watching all this far, if you've been watching. And if you are the person that wrote the comment, again, it is a thing that you fight with. Any sort of thing that is our mental stuff, we have to choose to fight with, to negotiate with ourselves, to live with ourselves for the things that we find exciting or amusing. I mean, if you watch my videos, you know what kind of person I am. Like I say, I wear a YouTuber mask, but my YouTuber mask is primarily, trying to speak well, to try to not swear, to try and be a good person, that sort of thing. It's not very, very different at all from my normal face, but it isn't a YouTuber mask. Now let's see, I've forgotten where I was going again with that. I took my ADHD meds late, and my ADHD meds are not really ADHD meds. They are other meds that have slight help for ADHD stuff. So I am largely unmedicated, and I have moderate to severe ADHD, and it sucks. Especially on days when you're trying to talk about a subject like this. I know I've talked a lot about it, so I'm going to try and jump I'm going to choke on the dryness of my own throat. Not a lot has changed because not a lot has changed. We are in the last week between Christmas and the new year. Things are kind of on hold because a lot of people are still on vacation. Like my therapist is on vacation this week. Some places just have extended vacations. Some people are taking extended vacations. There's not a lot happening. So everything that needs to really be done, I've put off till next week. And the only thing that really needs to be done is I need to call up the hospital so that I can call up the osteo place so I can talk to them about what I got to do to get the surgery on my spine done. It's frightening, but I got to get it done. It is a reasonable fear. Healthcare for Americans is getting worse because they are prioritizing money and profits. So people are getting, you're getting sent out of the hospital faster in worse shape. And they're just trying to get things done fast. Some hospitals, you can't even get in to get your actual surgery that you need done because they're too busy making money doing like those bariatric surgeries so that people, fat people, and I mean anyone who can't lose weight, because I'm fat, I'm struggling to lose weight. But they put bariatric surgery on people who want to lose weight because they've tried every other method, or that's what's supposed to happen, instead of actual real surgeries for people who need like stents and heart surgeries. So, yay. So yeah, I have a reasonable fear of surgery because bad things happen, both because of improper care and because sometimes things just don't go right, either in the surgery itself or in the recovery period in the days afterward or in the time when you're trying to get better and, say, doing physical therapy. There is a reasonable fear because people do die. People do come out of it worse than before they went in. And let me tell you, because they're operating on my spine right here, so that it affects everything from my arms on down, which includes my lungs, my heart, my kidneys, my intestines, everything. It's easy that something very bad could happen. And then, boy, would I want to be alive? Or maybe just get it over quick. So, there's that looming over my head. Past that, just pain and dealing with that kind of thing in life. I am happy. I've gotten the fan. I have slept well for the second night in a row. I think the white noise of the fan, along with the moving air and the coolness that brings to the room, it has been perfect. And with the positioning of everything that I've gotten here so far, it's worked out perfectly. I really like the place. I like everything that has happened. I mean, I wish I had a higher flow toilet. That's never going to happen in the United States. I wish the shower was different. There's a possibility I can get a new shower head. That's never going to change its low flow status. I only have a half size at best water heater here, and even using the low flow shower, I have to turn the water off while I'm showering, otherwise I use up all the hot water. I can't move very quickly. So this is a long video, just me talking about lots of stuff, where yes, I have not played a video game in a while. I have not played one of my pencil and paper RPGs in a while. I have been playing with my solo board game stuff, but not as much as I would like, and I do want to do that more. So, hopefully for the channel today, I will get some, Yeah, that was total brain failure. Note Quest Extended World or Expanded World, I can't remember. So thumbs up on that. So each and every one of you that are my Patreon patrons, if you've managed to make it through the extended vor section, thank you so very, very much for being my patron. Patrons? Being one of my patrons. I think that hopefully that's better English. It is appreciated, and hopefully after my extended vor talk, you will still be one of my patrons. It is appreciated. I won't be hosed like a Christmas monkey if you stop becoming a patron, but I will be a hurtin' monkey. So thank you for your patronage. It is appreciated. For everybody that has left me a comment, as long as it's not abusive, thank you so very much. You can disagree with me violently. You can hate what I like. You can call it reprehensible and despicable. And as long as you're not abusive, that's fine. As long as you're open for a conversation, that's fine. Thank you. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. And even though this has become my new ending, so I'm going to have to come up with a new ending to replace this new ending, this is still my new ending. So even though I have an on-screen button over here that I have to tap to turn off the recording, that's dull. That's boring. So instead, through the magic of editing, I'm going to end the video this way again. I like doing this.